Howdy, y'all. It's your favorite trainer, Belt Buckle. We got a special guest today. We have Alexa. Now, Alexa is unique because she is a certified personal trainer via NASM. And you took your test how long ago?
A couple weeks ago.
And she's unique because she can train technically, and I can't. She would get hired at Equinox, and I wouldn't because she has that piece of paper. Now, Alexa, can you tell me what this is?
No, I cannot.
Oh, wow. That's the 6th edition textbook, which you didn't crack, did you?
I didn't. I just used the Show Up Fitness Study Guide.
There you go. And it almost sounds like it's staged, right? But I've told people from the get-go, we can get anyone to pass the NASM CPT. And one of the little weird fantasies I've ever had is I said, I bet you I can get someone to pass it without even opening up the textbook. How many people have you trained recently?
Nobody.
Nobody. She's never trained anyone. And this is exciting to show the world of how the industry is fucked up. And I talk about that in my book. The entry standards are bullshit. Where how is it that it doesn't matter how smart you are, if you can fiddle your way through the material and get that piece of paper, you are now licensed to take on another human body and to take them through a workout. And I've talked with Alexa a lot over the time, and I told her that follow this study guide and you will pass it. It took you 28 days, correct?
Correct.
And what were your studying habits like? What did you do?
So basically, I used the study guide. I just went through like a chapter or two a day, closer to 2. And then as I went through the chapters, I would flashcard certain terms and whatnot. But really, as far as studying, I waited until the 2 days before I took the exam and kind of just had some cram sessions going over the flashcards, going over the study guide again. But that was pretty much it.
So just to clarify, when you say you went through the chapters, were you using the textbook?
No, using the study guide. I didn't open the textbook.
So the study guide is 40 pages long. It has questions that may be similar. You may have even saw some of those questions that maybe been the same exact ones. I've heard people say that before where it's like, I was taking the test and I recognize some of them because I have this pool that I've used. Did you recognize any of them? Or?
They were similar, not exact though.
Yeah, similar. And would you agree that the main bulk of the test was chapter 6, 7, and 14?
Yes, for sure.
And nutrition, they may have asked you 3 to 5 questions, but not that much?
Nope, not too many.
And performance enhancement stuff like chapters 11 and 12 with speed, agility, quickness, and plyometrics?
No, nothing.
Bioenergetics?
Nope.
So we have certain chapters I tell you to focus on. And if you focus on those, you do the flashcards, you will pass it. So it's like a hack, right? It's like, you're going to be a great trainer. No, Alexa's a terrible trainer. Sorry, not making fun of you, but she's never trained anyone. How is it that she has the credentials in the state of California to train another human being? That's bullshit, where literally it takes more to be a licensed nail technician than it does to be a personal trainer. 28 days is what it took Alexa because she had my guidance with our study guide, and I can get anyone to pass it. But this is why 80% of trainers quit within the first year. Let's put yourself in Alexa. She's not very smart. She's your stereotypical trainer. She gets a piece of paper. She takes an Instagram post. Yeah, I'm a trainer. She then goes into a corporate gym. She either gets hired or she doesn't because it's someone that she's looking for, that the job that she's going through at that Equinox, Lifetime Crunch, whatever, or they're not. So depending on her grit, she's going to go through to a couple different places, and they're either going to hire her or they're not. And so then she's probably going to change careers if she doesn't get hired. She'll try something else. Fitness isn't for me, or which is the more common one, she gets hired. And guess what? This is why we get so many inquiries and DMs and messages. Chris, Show Up Fitness, I'm certified, but I have no idea what to do. And again, this isn't knocking trainers, it's educating the community of, just not in the community, the world, that this is flawed. This is greatly flawed. Now, Alexa, do you find yourself learning fairly well by memorizing stuff and doing like standardized tests like that?
No.
Okay. Do you think that you would learn better in a setting where you could actually train people?
Yeah, I'd say more hands-on learning for sure.
And it's, again, it's like, oh, this is like an infomercial for Show Up Fitness. You're damn right it is. This is what we're doing. We're changing the industry where people go through our internship and they actually work on other bodies. So you're strong. You can do a couple of chin-ups, right?
Yep.
What about push-ups?
I'm getting better.
Yeah. How comfortable would you feel to teach someone else, like your grandma or your mom, who's completely terrible at movement? No offense to them, but would you feel comfortable teaching them the proper way?
No, because there's so many things, little aspects that could go wrong, and you don't really learn that from the test. You're just learning the basics.
And so here's my quibble with the personal training industry. It's not just NASM, it's NSCA, it's ACSM, it's ACE, it's ISSA. There's so many certifications, and people like to call themselves the gold standard. How can you legitimately call yourself the gold standard if you get that piece of paper, yet you've never trained anyone? If you were to look at a lawyer, could you imagine a lawyer never going through any sort of mock cases before they get into a courtroom? Could you imagine a doctor getting that title, an MD, and then putting on Instagram, I'm certified, I'm really excited to start doing heart surgery, who wants to be my first client? No, what about for you can do this in every profession. There needs to be consistency. And as a professional in the industry, I'm challenging you guys that are watching this to rise above. If you don't want to be a statistic, first off, the industry isn't saturated. It's saturated with a bunch of Alexas. Again, no offense. It's people who get a piece of paper, but they don't know what they're doing. So when you go through an internship, you understand the human body, where most trainers understand their body. You're young, you have a background in volleyball, you would probably feel really comfortable, and you can help a lot of your volleyball players that you're working with. You see it, but when it comes to soccer or volleyball, sorry, you have to do volleyball, track, maybe you ran track a little bit, but outside of the fitness realm, the general population, diabetes, coronary artery disease, tachycardia, injuries, rotator cuff tear. Did they ask you a lot on muscles and anatomy?
No.
How can you expect someone to truly be successful if the bar is so low? And it's always funny because I get these DMs from people in comments. They're so negative. If you know me, Alexa, you know me fairly well. Am I a negative person?
No, I wouldn't say you are.
You just paused on there, so we're kind of funny. And it's not like I'm trying to have like a defense against it, but if you think I'm negative, that's fine. Come and meet me in person, and I'm just going to help you become a better trainer. And that was the whole purpose of this. What I want is for people who get certified, whether if it is through a certification like NASM or NSCA, that you're put into the right hands and you don't waste money by getting more certifications. Now, Alexa, have you gotten emails from NASM since you have gotten certified?
I've gotten a couple of emails, nothing in the mail though.
Okay, so those emails, were they like, oh, hey, how can we help you next? Or were they pushing more certifications?
A combination of both, kind of just like offering what's out there and encouraging me to do more.
Has someone called you to set up a consultation to see how they can help you in the training world?
Yep, they did before
Really?
I took the test, actually, multiple times.
Okay, so let's clarify. So beforehand, they chatted with you. They tried to chat with you, but not afterwards.
And then afterwards, I got an email from one individual, but just one email, and that was it. Before the test, they tried calling multiple times.
Okay, so from a business perspective, that's strike while it's hot. So you are an interested potential client. Now that you're hot, they're going to try to upsell you on these other packages. So NASM is a great business. I love their model. They're ubiquitous. You know what that means, ubiquitous?
I do not.
Think of like Nike. You see that symbol, Nike? It's ubiquitous. It's all over the place. So ubiquitous, show up fitness. I want us to be ubiquitous. Where people think, I want to become a trainer. Oh, I need to go through show up fitness. I need to go through an internship. That's where great trainers are made. And so the take home, if you need to pass NASM, it's pretty easy. Go through the study guide, right?
Yep.
And study it. Just listen to exactly what is in that 39 pages. Go through the quizzes. Then when you sign up for the NASM test, go in there, take their final exam. Don't go through their study guide. Don't get any more of their certifications. Don't do any of that stuff. Study guide, go into NASM, take that little 100-question thing to see how well you do. What were you scoring on the NASM test when you went in there, when you did it on the platform?
100% on the quizzes pretty much every time.
And so any other pointers or anything for people out there that are trying to take this piece of paper NASM?
I mean, I just used the study guide and it worked for me. I don't think you need to do any more than that. It was very easy and all I used was the study guide, so.
Like that word, very easy. But we're here to make great trainers, so if you keep on showing up, if you don't know, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, reach out to me via DM and we'll help you. And we'll, most importantly, help you become a great trainer and not waste more money on certification. So thank you, Alexa, for your time today. And you guys keep on showing up.